Yo, what's going on? How's it going? This is the JMC channel. Welcome back to the Football Talk podcast, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you all. Um, how's your Christmas going, guys?
Yeah, not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, all good. Got a nice little present from United earlier.
Always brightening up your Christmas.
That's it. What a club, man.
That's that's why you got him in charge. So we'll dig into the big game first. We got the Liverpool Arsenal game. So let's get to it. Nish, at Anfield, you predicted Arsenal
Yeah,
loss.
I predicted
So
an L. Yeah, so always happy to walk away from Anfield without defeat. Yeah, I thought it was overall in terms of the game, I thought it was a draw was a fair result. First 25 minutes, I thought we were in control. I thought we could have scored at least about three. Liverpool did deserve to have a penalty. I can't believe that wasn't given. I was so surprised. I mean, I can see it from a ref's perspective that Odegaard slipped and it hit his hand, but we got a penalty earlier like that with Romero going down. So I have no idea how that wasn't given. Um, as soon as Salah scored, I thought Liverpool would like do a flurry of attacks, but I didn't see that. I thought first half was after they scored, it was like pretty even, and then in the second half, first 25 minutes, I thought Liverpool fully dominated. We couldn't even get out. And as soon as I have no idea how Trent didn't score that score that goal, I was just like it was like when Jon Snow was getting sword out. That's what it felt like with Declan Rice. And then after that, I thought it was pretty even. So I think yeah, we missed a open goal in the first half as well with Martinelli. Like Saka went round Allison, and then Martinelli missed. So in terms of both teams missing open goals, but obviously Liverpool's one was horrific because like you could have aimed at anywhere. Um, and overall, I don't think the ref had a good performance. I thought that there was a few fouls that Liverpool did that we didn't get. And the funniest one was when Klopp slipped over Simicast. I think he's got a dislocated shoulder, but I don't know if that was a drop or if Klopp dropped on top of him to dislocate it,
it was
but that
Saka's
was funny.
fault. Look
Oh
at
come
this
on.
guy,
It was uh,
blaming
it
Saka.
was
Look at him.
it was a body to body. Come on.
What do you mean? Saka's out here. First, he cost England the Euros. He cost also the Premier League. Now he's trying to end people's career.
Look at
This guy
this
has no
Saka
limits.
hater,
This guy
man.
has no limits. He's so shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Literally, a man belongs to be the. I shouldn't
it
say it.
was it was
Wow.
a body to
Man went
body.
there.
It was a body to body. I didn't see any malice in that one. And yeah, there was a few fouls that I thought Liverpool players did get away with, but overall, I don't think the ref had the best of games. This guy shouldn't he shouldn't ref again. And yeah, I thought looking at the stats, it was pretty even and always good to come out of Anfield with a point because if United can get a point with there, I'm sure we can as
Anyone else?
well. So
Everyone
yeah.
else.
Is that the standards now? United. If United can
So
do it, anyone can do
Anyone
it.
can do it.
so yeah, happy to come out with a point. Happy to be top at Christmas, but top at Christmas doesn't mean shit. So overall satisfied with a point. So yeah.
Well, I saw the game too, and I was a bit annoyed at the fact that what the fuck Odegaard and Zinchenko were doing at that corner kick. Like, are you guys are you guys blind? What's going on? Do you see you're wearing bright yellow highlighted color t-shirt? You can see each other from a mile apart. And I just don't understand why they
Yeah.
tackled each other. That's like FIFA shit happening. That happened to me yesterday in FIFA where both my players did literally that. And then it was open goal and they scored. Whereas this time around in real life, Declan Rice It did feel like it. How many were there? There were like seven
There was
people,
about
seven
six,
runners
five,
versus
yeah.
one. And I was like, yo, I actually stood up when I was watching that game, like, yo, this is a goal. This can't be a miss. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Zinchenko overall had a poor game. He's even admitted it. He's not good himself defensively, and Salah literally for that goal he tore him inside out. He gave him too much respect, and it was a great goal from Salah. But yeah, overall, the four centre backs that were on the pitch, they had an amazing game. Konate, Van Dijk, Saliba, and Gabriel.
Yeah.
I can see, why Van Dijk is like the player he is. Like he's a sick, and Konate next to him, he's like when he's fit, he's confident. And obviously Saliba and Gabriel, I've said it, like they're like our rocks. So they had a great game as well. So the less said about the attackers, the better. Martinelli in particular, he ruined so many of our great chances, and Saka didn't have the best of games either. So yeah, it will,
What about
defensively we were really good.
like yesterday I saw an example where Van Dijk is known as a world-class player and whereas Gabriel is not yet. Could be potentially like he's really good, but I don't think he's world class yet. And it's just decision making. So the goal that Arsenal conceded, we saw Salah outside of the penalty box on the left touch line, and he cut in, and he left Zinchenko to dead. That obviously was bad defending from Zinchenko, but don't blame Zinchenko because one, he's not agile, two, he's not quick. So you expect Salah to like a lot of people saying he was bad at defending, blah blah blah, etc. But for me, if you know that Zinchenko isn't as great as quick to defend, like because Salah's really agile, he'll literally just do one step over, left bank, he's gone. Like I would expect Gabriel to push up a bit towards him and team up on him. So that's what happened yesterday. Saka had the ball. He did something similar to what Salah did. He turned left, and I think who was your left back? It was Gomez, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Gomez. So Gomez was basically one on one with Saka, but then Van Dijk ran towards Gomez to double team on him. As soon
Mm.
as he did that, Saka had nowhere to go but backwards. If Gabriel had done that, Salah would not have anywhere to go but backwards. And that for me is like Gabriel's fault too. And I don't think a lot of people have been saying this on social media, but I think it's both Gabriel's and Zinchenko's fault that we conceded the way we did. No doubt that the goal that Salah scored was world class, but you should know that and don't give a world class player that type of opportunity because he'll just bury it when that time comes. What was your thought on the game, bit?
Well, I'm not going to go into the details of the game, but just on the defense, I think from what we're looking at, I think Arsenal defense is better than Liverpool's defense. I can see you lot winning the league because of your defense. I think our defense is a weakling. Even though I had a strong game yesterday, I still think you have a better defense than us, comfortably. And all our injuries piling up, I think that's going to be a bigger concern. Now we don't have a left back, we're going to have to play a right back in our left back position for God knows until Robbo comes back. And I think the one player that did stand out, which I don't think he gets credit for, was Endo as well. I thought even though he's been shocking the past few weeks, he actually played really well yesterday. I thought they did contain Martinelli and Saka quite good throughout the game. Because the only goal you scored was from the set piece, and apart from that one chance, the Martinelli one, I can't remember any other decent chances that you had. But of Liverpool's front three, apart not including Salah, so Diaz and Nunes, they're horrible. I don't know if it's form or they're just shit. But so what? Nunes hasn't scored in 12. Diaz hasn't scored in 15 or something like that. Or he scored one in 15. But I feel sorry for Diaz. You can see how much it means to him. You saw him crying on the bench yesterday. Uh, so it does mean a lot to him that does care for Liverpool. He wants to play, but that I don't know. Those knee injuries have just ruined him. Gakpo's just horrendous as well. I don't know when Salah goes for the AFCON, I don't see where any of our goals are coming from. I think that period is when we just start, instead of competing for the title, we're going to be competing for top four in that period. So I think in January we actually have to buy someone or we should start looking because until Jota comes back, that's the one person we've really missed. If Jota was there yesterday, it would have been a different story. I think we would have won the game. He would have picked up any chances and he could create it himself. He can drive into the box and he could have finished from any angle. I think that's something we have missed since he got injured.
When is he back?
I think end of Jan as well. We've
Oh,
got a lot of
yeah.
injuries. So, but I think also on a better position, you've now got rid of what away games have you lot done? You've done Anfield.
We've
Yeah,
only
Villa, St
got
James's Park,
yeah, we've only
Stamford
got
Bridge,
Etihad left and Old Trafford
Etihad, Old Trafford, and White
and
Hart Lane.
White Hart Lane. Yeah.
So it seems that very even between everyone now. So we've got what Emirates, Old Trafford. Well, do we put Old Trafford there? They don't go for wins. They only
You
go for
you'll
wars.
get Emirates out of the way now in February,
You
so
couldn't beat
that's
us at
coming soon.
Anfield, so
Yeah,
don't know where
exactly.
this.
It'll be a draw at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but don't forget Villa Park as well. Liverpool's going to go to Villa Park.
Yeah, that'll be the second game, second last game of the season. I think that's our three: Old Trafford, Emirates, and Villa Park.
We still have to go to Brighton as well, so yeah, we got 4 tough away games. Have you
Yeah.
been at Brentford yet?
Did we
Because
go?
that's tough as well.
I don't know if I don't know if we played them at home or away.
Yeah, so
And to be fair, we
it's
still
gonna be
got West
tight.
Ham as well. So we do have quite tricky ones still.
Yeah, we've got West Ham away as well still. We haven't even faced West Ham once yet. That's the next game.
That's the next game, yeah.
They're on form as well. Apart from, see again, we scored 5 goals against them a few days ago. Then when it actually matters against a hard team, like nothing happens. It just nothing gets created.
I reckon it's basically like small teams perform so much better at home than they do that away because they perform so differently. Like when we went to West Ham, we got battered for the card.
Yeah, I blame Ramsdale for that.
Oh my.
Like, he just like shocking for that game.
But
I think they had 3 shots that game and all 3 of them went in. But yeah, our performance was just awful. We made them look
It was
better than they are.
bad that day. That was horrible. I think we played that was a bad game. Like I think that was the worst game that we played this season.
Yeah, 3-0. It was awful.
Yeah, and made Kudus look like a world-class Messi or something.
Kudus is good though.
Yeah,
the
but
one
not Messi
thing
level. But made him like Messi level.
United made him look like Messi as well.
We make everyone look like Messi, apart from Darwin.
yeah.
Apart from Darwin.
The one thing I did want to shout Klopp's going at our fans saying we've got no atmosphere in the stadium. Literally, our stadium has no atmosphere. It's literally just old men just standing there, just watching. It's like they've gone to a cinema to watch a movie.
No, but
Literally, no noise whatsoever. I think this season, Anfield has probably the worst atmosphere in the league.
yeah, but yesterday was live.
But that was only
Yeah,
because Klopp.
after Klopp said that, yeah.
Yeah, after Klopp
Yeah,
said what he has. A manager does not need to say that,
yeah, that's
especially
true.
Liverpool. Considering
Pep says it every bloody week.
Pep says it every week.
I would say our fans are the worst City fans. They're so crap. Oh my God. Imagine going there, you're going to be intimidated, and all you see is people sitting there having popcorn and chai.
I think they're just tense because you're in a title race. So yeah, I think
No,
they're just tense.
it's more to do with the pricing of it as well. It's too
You're
expensive
getting the plastics now, aren't you? Compared to like the hardcore.
for people that would pay expensive tickets. The locals won't be able to go because they can't afford it. And they will bring all the atmosphere with it, and there's just like nothing there. So it's so cool, all the foreigners, tourists going.
Was
Yeah.
that on a different topic? Was that a penalty for you, mate?
What a dumb question, man. Of course it's a penalty. We get
Was it
screwed
a penalty or not?
so every week in, week out, at least once every 2 weeks, they always have to do something where they'll be like, yeah, that's the wrong decision. We're sorry about this, guys.
I thought you
Even
were
the
different,
commentators
to be
saying, yeah,
honest.
that's 10. I'm not surprised that this is given. Nope, no, we're gonna just play on.
Yeah, but dude, it seems like they haven't come out with an apology yet.
They don't need to. Everyone says it's a penalty, so they're definitely wrong. I feel like we get screwed over. I would love to see the stats of how many points we've lost because of their decisions that they've made against us, which was
I think
incorrect.
we'll see the stats come out at some point mid next year or something.
Yeah.
Someone will post it at some point. It was a post-it. So do you think that that was a foul on the Saka the challenge that Saka made? You think that was a foul?
He should be sent off.
For you think that was a red card
Yeah,
challenge?
Saka shouldn't be allowed on the football pitch for 10 games.
So with that logic, you think people are going to believe that that was a penalty then? Because she
They're two
that
different
was a
things.
red card.
Like Saka's got an agenda against people, so it's not like I got an agenda against him.
It seems like you definitely have a agenda against him.
You
He's
having an agenda against him?
he's just so crap, man.
We can see the passion of hatred coming out.
Literally, like
It all started with fantasy football. That's where it all became.
yes, Saka has one job: help England win the Euros or do contribute to the England squad. Does nothing, just sits there, misses penalties, cost titles. This guy is just, oh my God, he deserves all the hate he gets.
Wow.
To be fair, the two penalty takers that took before him, they missed as well.
That
Exactly.
doesn't matter.
Rashford and Sancho. Was it
Had
Rashford
the
and Sancho?
I keep telling him that, but Saka is he's just mid just fixated on Saka. He forgot
And
about the
Harry Kane cost England the World Cup. No one says anything about him.
Yeah, but Saka started when he first missed that cost the Euros. If we had
He
the
started this slump, even though
yeah,
he's the third one
if
to
we were
miss.
European champions, Kane would have gone into that scoring the penalty.
Nah, Kane's always a bottler.
Yeah, Kane, he's got that bottling mentality from that Spurs human.
Now,
Uh,
Saka didn't even start. It was Stuart Pearce that started all them years ago, missing the penalty.
yeah, that's
But yeah,
true.
that's just the England gene of bottling. But yeah,
Yeah, that's because we've got too many Spurs mentality type of players in that team. Yeah, so Bav, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I caught the game. So, well, I'm just probably going to go over what has already been said already, but I think it was a really good game from a neutral perspective. Very high quality, particularly the two defenses. The centre backs were both rock solid. And Endo and Rice also, I want to give them a mention to them. They protected the centre backs quite well. I think in that move, where Trent could have scored, it was probably Rice's. He's probably the only player in that in that team that could have caused him to miss like that because his presence is quite large on that pitch. So I think you're lucky that he was the only one tracking back, but I don't know why he was the only one. That's another question to ask. But you're lucky you have a midfielder like him. I think he's taken you guys up another level this season.
I want to give a shout out to both Liverpool defenders, like everyone said. Like I think Konate deserved to be man of the match yesterday because
yeah, same.
he was superb. I don't think Saliba was great, but wow,
Yeah,
Konate was
Konate was better.
another
Yeah,
level yesterday.
he
I've never
literally
seen
locked
him
up
play like that
Martinelli.
before. He was solid as a rock man. He was literally doing things that I didn't expect a normal centre back to do. Like even Van Dijk wasn't doing half the shit that he was doing. But the centre back, the trio that Arsenal space, Rice, Saliba, and Gabriel, they were they were solid. That core is what will win us the title. I reckon. One of them get injured, that's it. It's done. We're gonna bottle it. Um, and Rice to me seems like a superhuman. Like this whole season, every single performance he's given has been over 7 out of 10 for
Yeah,
me. He's been, I don't know, it's so consistent as well. He's hardworking. He's a leader as well. We can see it. I think he should be the captain, even though he hasn't been in Arsenal for that long. But bloody hell, I think Rice is world class player for me. Like he hasn't won anything, but a world class player performs consistently like that at a top level. And for me, he looks like a world class player, just like Ryan Giggs was like obviously he didn't win anything internationally, etc. But he was just a world class player. Like he was like you have that player just like a premium
Who,
type of player, and he looks like that type of quality.
who's better then, Rice or Scholes?
Are you asking me or you're asking this to a United fan?
Or any of you?
You can't. Well, Rice has been playing what 1 year at this level. Let's see how long he's doing it for. And he's got the potential to be definitely.
Definitely
Look
has
at the
a
way he's playing. Potential. He can't say that question now.
So
Who
if
do you rather
England's
have in
If
Uh,
England's midfield is anything other than Rice and Bellingham, Southgate should be like he should be sacked anyway. But if he doesn't play Rice and Bellingham at the Euros, and if he plays like Calvin Phillips or someone, then yeah, he should go.
he's gonna play right centre back in midfield.
He's gonna shoe on someone in there like Mason Mount. He's gonna find some way to put him in there.
He's gonna put Mason Mount in that trio.
Nah, he's
He's
such a
just that guy.
downgrade in quality, man.
I just don't know
Uh,
what he sees in him.
well, going back to that foul, I've asked Mick for his opinion. He thinks his Saka should have got a red card for that. He's got his agenda there. Was that a red card challenge to you guys, or was that a normal tackle?
It's a body to body. It happens in
Yeah,
every game.
you're not gonna get that. I know there was another challenge he made that may have gotten a second yellow, but he was off balance, so I don't think he got anything for it. But it's
That was
body
a
to body.
slip.
Yeah, it's a slip, so nothing. You'll get nothing for that. But
Yeah,
that
the
no,
pitch was
no,
the pitch was horrible. Everyone was
What was
slipping.
wrong with the pitch? Seriously,
Everyone
why
was
was only
slipping.
Arsenal players slipping everywhere and
Well,
none
I
of
read
the
that Liverpool watered it down so that you couldn't play your passing game, so they could play their hoofball. But
I don't believe that.
No, you know what I'd love? I'd love for someone to 2 foot challenge Saka.
wow, man's advocating assault.
He's gonna have all like if the channel was so famous, right? He would have got big hatred from Arsenal fans.
You would have been cancelled by now.
No, Saka would have been cancelled. I think the whole Premier League would have followed my suit and just cancelled Saka. He would turn into the next Greenwood.
Oh my god.
Wow, he's coming out with it all now.
Um, yeah. So that was the game. It was a high quality game. I enjoyed it. I was surprised by it because I was expecting something more like the Man City Arsenal game, more like a KG. I actually fell asleep in that game, by the way. But this game was quality to another level, and I just gotta give props to Klopp and Arteta both producing amazing structured teams and went for it. Like it wasn't something like where United the previous week, last week, where they came and yeah, I don't know, parked the
Just
bus
part of the bus.
and
Yeah.
just run away with a point. It didn't.
But they were doing their best David Moyes impression, just keep crossing it. But we're in a different situation, so but I think you guys, it was a draw that was deserved, but it was much more high quality.
It was enjoyable. So yeah, well done to both the teams. Let's move on to the United game. Who did you guys face again? Was it West Ham? Oh,
West Ham, yeah,
okay.
West Ham.
Um,
That was
Um,
a dire game. Jesus,
yeah, it was
so
West Ham one. Was it two?
2-0.
2-2,
Yeah,
two
two
0
and United nil. And yeah, I predicted a draw. I think it was. Bit shocked as to yeah. I thought you guys would have gone into that game and defended like you did against Liverpool, but it didn't seem like that was the case. And yeah, it seems like it's very inconsistency happening at the moment with this United squad. Like they played really well against Arsenal. I know you guys came out as with an L, but you guys actually did play really well. Played decent against Liverpool last week, and then for some reason the mentality just shifts back to. It's like no, it's like everyone doesn't want to play for the team. That's what it felt like when I was watching it and stuff. So yeah, thoughts, Bev.
just a really poor balance. He had a great he played two CDMs against Liverpool, Amrabat and Mainu, and that had good balance. They weren't cutting us open, they weren't ripping through, they were just crossing the ball in. That was, they were really solid. And he goes back to McTominay and Bruno with Mainu on his own. I just don't understand it. I don't see his fascination with McTominay. He offers no control for this team. He's just, a Fellaini who you hoof the ball up to. Bring him on for the last 10, 15 minutes you're chasing goal. You shouldn't be playing him from the start. I don't know what his obsession is with playing him. And that right there is why United are playing so rubbish. They're relying on two number eights who can't play the role. Bruno's not a number eight. He can't do that box to box role. So McTominay, it just doesn't work. And you got Mainu covering about 4 yards of pitch on his own. He's a youngster. He's 18 years old. How do you expect him to cover that midfield gap? It's the same when Casemiro was there. He had Mount and Bruno doing that same role. It doesn't work. I think he needs to rip up this two number eights that he's got this obsession with. It's just not working, and that's leading to these poor results. As soon as he tightens it up, he gets a good performance, and we got a point at Anfield. So that's my thoughts on why they're playing so badly.
They should have just parked the bus. That's what they should have done. Because if you guys don't have the players available, it doesn't matter who you're facing. If you got some sort of success from your previous game, go with the same. Don't change it up. Go with the same. I know it's boring. It's not what United fans want, etc. But you want points on the table, so just go play that. Keep on playing that game until you get the players that you need, and then slowly transition from that. That's what you got to adapt to, and I don't think he's doing that. That's
No, he's been stubborn with it. He's just sticking with it, and I don't. It's not got us any good performances this year. It doesn't seem to work, and the finishing quality is abysmal. Like Hoyland's not even getting like the wingers don't get the ball to him. He's not received the ball from our wingers for like 5 games now. It's absolutely abysmal. And Garnacho, he missed a couple of sitters, which if they go in, the game is completely different. But it's just I just don't see the balance. Even before then, we created the chances we created were on the transition, not through keeping the ball. So it's the team isn't set up to dominate the ball with those kind of players.
well. Did you guys watch the game, Nish?
Yeah, so United did get a point at Anfield, but I wanted to see how they would perform, what once they have like over 60% possession because they can't really sit deep against like lower teams against West Ham and stuff. So, it's easy to get a point. Not easy, but it's easy to park the bus against the top team and then, next week lose to like a Brighton or a West Ham when you got like 60% possession. And that's the problem with United at the moment. They're just not good on the ball. They can't like create anything. Like Bav said, most of the stuff is on transition. Camacho had like a few opportunities, so they're most likely to control games like 60 to 80% of the time in the Premier League, and they just can't find the answer because they just don't have the players for it. So yeah, they will struggle until they get the players that are capable of breaking, stubborn defenses. And yeah, the players they have at the moment are just not good enough.
Yeah, I just echo what Nish said. I think going to Anfield, sitting back, it will be okay with the fans for the majority of fans for them to do that, not have any attacking intention, just go there for the draw. But doing the same at West Ham, I don't know if the fans would appreciate that. So even though he got a draw, if he did get the draw, would the fans then attack the manager saying we showed no attacking intent and stuff like that? So it could go the other way. So if he did get the draw here, at least he could say that we did try to attack where we had to box to box, even though it doesn't work for the team. I think he's still trying to somehow get a win out of the games, even though the team's not good enough to do it, or he doesn't have the players to do it currently. So yeah, that's just it.
But that will lead to him getting sacked if he continues in this path. So it's
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
those.
yeah, I don't. The best manager they had was Solskjaer, even though he went through that shitty ton of games before he got sacked. You always thought that even though they were 2-0 down, there was always the chance that they could somehow turn it around and make it 3-2 because he did that like 5, 6 times in that one season. So that a team had a full-on attacking intent, even though that was probably more enjoyable to watch for a Man United fan than watching what they're doing now.
Yeah, 100%. They were a lot more cohesive as an attack under Solskjaer. He just wasn't back properly when it came to the when the chips were down. That final summer, if instead of getting Ronaldo and Sancho, if he got like the proper midfielders he wanted, who knows where they'd be now. But as again, they ripped up the plan and went for that stellar signing, and it set them back another 4 or 5 years. So it's just the same old story with them, and we're probably going to go down the road with Ten Hag, and he's going to face the boot and start again in the summer.
Yeah, I think he's on thin ice. Him and Poch, both of them are on thin ice because Chelsea lost a game today, so they're both looking like they're gonna get the chop soon.
I don't know which team's worse.
I don't either.
Chelsea, they
For
lost
the
to Man.
amount spent, Chelsea they spent
Chelsea,
what, a
yeah.
billion? Yeah, but we're giving them a close run for their money.
Yeah, you guys have spent a lot, but yeah, not close to what Chelsea have spent.
Chelsea
But
got a whole brand new team.
And that team is so shit. I still can't believe we play our worst performance came against Chelsea, that piece of shit team.
Yeah, we made them look like Barcelona.
Football is football, isn't it? That's what makes it so interesting. Um, so so there were only two teams that we were going to speak about. Well, two games that we were going to speak about this week. There's new news today that's come back for United. Radcliffe, whatever his name is, yeah. Has
Yeah.
now got a stake into United. So it seems you guys have your new ownership structure sorted. What is your main hope? Like, is it good news for you? Like, I think in the summer you were mentioning that you rather have him in the club rather than the Saudis.
Yeah, so I think the structure, the footballing side of things is the crucial part. We spoke about it at length on this podcast. They don't seem to have a direction in the football. That's what I see this stake involving. When they bought it, they're saying they're going to control completely the football operations of the team. So it looks like they're going to start putting in the structures. I don't see any changes that are going to be visible until probably the summer. It's going to take between now and then to change everything. They're going to come in, audit all the staff that's currently there, processes. It's going to take time for it to take proper shape, but it's needed. There's a lot of it that there's an athletic article out the other day just showing how much of a mess it is behind the scenes at United. All sorts of egos in place, people not doing the job correctly, just
Even
basically
in
an amateur
the
operation.
even in the background stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's just an amateur operation. Just people, got their own agendas, not really, all aligning into one footballing vision. They all just, the Ronaldo signing was a key example. It was just purely to sell shirts, but it didn't fit Solskjaer's vision. Solskjaer wanted to buy Bellingham. He's, got all the presentations ready, but the CEO decides, I'm going to show him around. I'm going to change up the whole thing. It's a matter of, there's a lot of disarray in the behind the scenes. So a complete reset of that boardroom would be welcome, and hopefully they start going to a football direction. But there's no guarantee. It could take them a while. They may make mistakes. So it's a very uncertain time, even though there is this change. But anything could be better than what's going on before, because it needs that change.
So let's move on to the last part of the podcast, which are the predictions that we make. The next games that we got are Burnley versus Liverpool, who play on Tuesday. And we've also got United versus Aston Villa, who also play on Tuesday. And then 2 days later, we've got Arsenal versus West Ham. And then there's another set of games. So how do you want to do this? One game prediction, or is it going to be two?
So how
Well,
many games between? Is it both games before the
Yeah,
next
because there's a
episode?
game on Saturday and Sunday too. Um,
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to do them both.
so, all right. Um, the second set of games are, let me have a look. It's Nottingham Forest versus United.
what
Liverpool,
do you think?
Should I
Arsenal,
do the? Should we
Arsenal
do the?
versus Fulham, and Liverpool versus Newcastle. Right, take the floor. What's the score line? What's the scores? And let's make some predictions.
Finally, I had a good week. It's not made any comeback, but yeah, Baz still top with 47. Nish and Rish both at 39, and I finally made it past the 30 mark. I'm now on 32.
Well done.
He's finally made it past.
Well done, man. Well done.
Exactly. You can't predict Liverpool now. It's not a guaranteed win. Now you gotta go for the draw or the loss. United. Who are United facing, you said?
So we
Versus
got
United.
Aston Villa.
what do you think the score's gonna be?
Yeah, I think Villa will turn this over. They
Is that
seem to
Villa
be in good
fault?
form recently. So I'm gonna go 1-0 Villa. I just
Where
don't see
which,
what United.
which where are you playing? Old Trafford.
Old
It
Trafford
doesn't matter.
doesn't make a difference with United nowadays.
What do you think it's gonna be?
2-1 to Aston Villa.
Rishi. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I think it's gonna be, yeah, 2-1 Aston Villa as well.
Why be the differential?
You were last time and you got
Be-
it served you well.
Oh, I United are gonna park the bus. Definitely gonna do that. Will they create school goal more goals than Aston Villa? No, I think they're gonna attack more, so then they're gonna be exposed more at the back. I think they'll lose as well. I think I'm gonna cover Bavik and say it's 1-0 to Aston Villa.
You just see maybe one of those shitty games or score early and that's it. Nothing happens in the rest of the game.
Burnley, Liverpool.
Liverpool. That's it more, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I think you'll get a scrappy 1-0 there. 1-0
Nish.
Liverpool.
Yeah, it will be a tough game, I think, but I think you'll scrape over 2-0 Liverpool.
I think it's
Rashid.
gonna be 2-1 Liverpool.
Oh, I'm in the middle. I don't know if it's gonna be 2-0 or 2-1 too. I just don't see us keeping a clean sheet either. I think it's gonna be a 2-1 as well. And then Arsenal, who also facing?
Arsenal
West
versus
Ham.
West
Fulham,
Ham.
Fulham away. I mean,
Go on.
West
yeah,
Ham,
West
West
Ham
Ham
away.
at home
West Ham.
first, yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah, that'll be routine. So I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal.
Nish.
I'll go 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2-1 Arsenal.
I think it'll be 2-0 as well.
Yeah. We've got
And
2 minutes to do the predictions, guys.
yeah, what's the United Nottingham Forest? Where's that at? Forest, isn't
That's
it?
at Forest. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think United might actually win this one. I'm gonna go 1-0 to United at that one.
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 as well for that one.
Is
To Man United.
that home or away?
It's
Away.
away.
I think United's gonna win. Yeah, they are. They might win that. Um, it'll be yeah 1-0 as well. I'm gonna go 1-0
I
United.
I don't think United are gonna win. I think it's gonna be one. It's gonna either be a draw or Nottingham Forest win. I'm gonna go Forest win. I think it's gonna be 2-1 to Forest.
Then just then
And
who's the
Liverpool
other?
also at Anfield. Bav, what do you think the score's gonna be?
I think it'll be them. They're quite injury rabid. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, Villa are completely knackered and they're injured as well. Like they got so many players falling everywhere. I think it will be a 3-0 Liverpool.
I think it's gonna be 3-1 as well. And then Arsenal, who are also facing.
Where are we
Fulham
to
away.
Fulham?
Fulham away.
That's a hard game, Bav.
Yeah, I think they'll scrape through that one. 2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 as well.
I'm gonna go for because we conceded twice at home against them. I know we'll win, but I think it will be a two. I think it will be 2-1 Arsenal. We'll concede.
I think it's gonna be 1-1.
Liverpool fan hoping for it.
Yeah, the differential.
It's opening it.
This is when I fall even further behind.
This is where he stays on 30.
Two actually.
And yeah, I wonder if Mitt would go past the 40 mark by the end of this season.
No, he'll end up relegating himself.
It's a 40-point safety mark, bro.
So Bab's on 47, right? So we're like, yeah, we're 8 points behind him. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Everyone have a good Christmas, and Boxing Day. Enjoy the festive holidays. Wanted to say Happy New Year to you all. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please show some love to this video and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And we will see you after the New Year's. Happy New Year's, guys. Peace out.
Everyone.
Yeah.